Hi class, Miss Sarah here. I am going to be talking to you guys today about telling the difference. But before we begin our new lesson regarding telling the difference, let's do a little bit of review. So last time we talked about Curious Carmen, right? She was curious about a few things. The smell that she was smelling. Her whiskers twitched, her eyes burned, she felt dizzy, her stomach hurt. Okay, so those were all body signals Carmen had to let her know that she was in a dangerous, unsafe environment. Okay, so it's okay to be curious, but before we act upon that curiosity, we want to make sure we stop and think, right? Okay, because sometimes we can be in a dangerous situation where we need to stop and think. So, again, being curious means that you want to know something, but before we go ahead and figure out what that something is, we want to make sure we stop and think, right? So, if we're in an unsafe environment, what can we do? Well, we can tell an adult, we can leave that room, and we can also open a window, right? If we have a strong smell in the room, we don't want to breathe that in. So now let's go ahead and talk about telling the difference. So my first question to you guys is, what is a category? Well, a category is a group of things, right? So for example, colors and crayons, that's a category. Here's another group of things. Okay, we have crayons here, we have pencils, pens, maybe even a marker. Okay, these are all things that you can write with. So this category would be things to write with. Okay, so it's a group of things that are similar. They're different, but they're also similar, right? We can write with any of these. Here's another category, okay? Jeans, t-shirts, socks, dresses. What could the name of this category be? Clothes, right? Okay, good. How about this one here? Here we have Foursquare, hopscotch, and even think about this one, hide and seek. What category do you think this could be called? Games, right? Exactly. It's a group of games. So let's talk about this, okay? I'm going to name some things that belong in another category. Listen carefully. Aspirin, Tylenol, cough syrup. What category is this? It's medicine, right? All of these things I named contain a drug. You should take medicine only if a doctor, nurse, parent, or grandparent gives them to you. So a drug is something that changes the way the body works. When you are sick, the doctor may give you medicine that contains a drug to change your body from being sick to well. Okay? So it's important not to take medicine if you do not have permission, okay? Permission means that you are allowed to take it. Usually you get permission from the doctor, your parents, grandparents, okay? So we do not want to take medicine if we do not need it, because what can it do? If we do not need that medicine, it can harm us, right? It can make us feel sick, make us feel worse, right? All right, so let's look at a few other categories here. All right, so I have pizza and a cheeseburger, okay? So think about this. What category do you think this belongs in? Here's two other items that would belong in this category. I have broccoli and carrots. Okay, they're all food, right? That is the category I'm looking for. The pizza, the cheeseburger, broccoli, and carrots, it's food. They're all food. So that is the category for these items. Do hamburgers, pizza, or carrots contain a drug? No. Most foods do not contain drugs. Okay, so here's another example. okay? Here is beer and wine. What category do you think this would be? Well, they're drinks, right? Okay, so yes, beer, wine, and wine are drinks too, but they are not healthy drinks like milk, fruit juice, and water. Beer, wine, and liquor all have alcohol in them. Alcohol is a drug. Alcohol changes the way the body works. Children should never drink alcohol. All right, so let's go ahead and continue to practice telling the difference. Okay, class, so here we have 3 different categories. Remember, a category is a group of things that are similar, but also different. But the main thing is that they're similar, right? Okay, so let's look at the first category. The first category says food, okay? So let's look at all of these 3 different options here. The first one is medicine. Do you think that's food? No, right? Medicine is a drug, okay? So we're gonna cross that off because that does not belong in the food category. The next thing is beer. Is beer food? No. Beer is a drug. So we're going to go ahead and cross off beer. Now, we're not going to cross off the cheeseburger and french fries, right? Because that is food. That belongs in the food category. So let's go ahead and look at the next category. It says medicine. The first picture shows bananas. Are bananas medicine? No, they are not. The next picture shows a bottle of pills, okay? So this is medicine, right? Okay? When you get something from the doctor, that is medicine. So we're not going to cross that off because that belongs in the medicine category. Now, the third picture shows wine. Remember, wine is alcohol. Alcohol is a drug. We're going to go ahead and cross off wine because wine does not belong in this particular category. All right, let's look at our last category. It says alcohol, okay? The first one is liquor. Remember, liquor is alcohol, right? Alcohol is a drug. We're not going to cross off liquor because that belongs in that alcohol category. Let's look at the second picture. It's a food item. It's a muffin. Do muffins have alcohol in them? No, okay? Most food does not have drugs in them, okay? So we're going to go ahead and cross off the muffin. Now, the last picture here is a special type of ointment to help with any types of rash. So we want to cross this off, right? Because that is not alcohol, right? That is medicine. So we just chose the 3 pictures that do not have X's on them. They belong to those categories. The cheeseburger and fries belongs to the food category. The medicine bottle belongs to the medicine category. The liquor here belongs to the alcohol category. Good job. All right, class, I know that was a quick lesson for today, but if you have any questions, please feel free to have a trusted adult email us with any of your questions or comments, and we'd love to hear from you, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Have an awesome day.